Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where this ruler's life has been fairly stressful. Not for him, but for me. We're barely holding things together by a thread here, but honestly we've been doing reasonably okay. If they grouped these wars together a little bit more, it would be rough. But we've done basically no expansion, we've just been consolidating, putting down rebels, fighting off Northmen, and now fighting this holy war for this duchy. Now, we are currently making our way on in to fight this army, and they have a lot of troops in the area. But they're very spread out, it will take them time, and this looks vulnerable. Let's see what we get. At the very least, we should pull them off of these sieges. And these guys pulled off of their sieges. These guys are not. They're kind of ignoring them. Fascinating. I like this a lot. This is a great situation. That's a stack wipe. These guys are actually walking in. Do they stop? Yes, they do stop. We're going to walk over here. And we're going to catch them. They're going to finish this siege. That's okay. We just stack wiped a huge chunk of their army, almost 2,000 troops. And that gives us a enormous advantage. These guys, they're going to need to walk away. Okay. Off they go. And if we get an opportunity, we're going to walk in over here and siege this back. We'll see if that opportunity presents itself. For now, I'm very, very pleased with taking these out. And these are actually the main guy's forces over here. Now, he's back in his capital, so we're not going to capture him. But we are going to do a lot of damage to his forces. This is great. Now, these troops are on their way in. We're going to have them come in and reinforce. We're going to have these guys walk in over this way, but we're going to keep an eye on this situation and see what these guys end up doing. But this is huge. That's another stack wipe there. And we're going to move these guys up over this way to help out these forces. We're just going to group these together. These guys can come in and start slow sieging over here if they have the troops. I doubt that they do, but we'll see. Okay. Looks like we're actually not going to catch them here. No, we absolutely do. I thought that seemed weird. Now, these guys are going to start losing at first, but once the reinforcements show up, they were mostly only here to hold these troops in. And how are things going over this way? Oh, this is a small problem. We're going to back off. And I guess these guys must have gotten stack... No, they didn't get stack wiped. They embarked. That's right. This is going to be maybe another stack wipe, but I don't think so because we held them in position for a while first. Yeah, that's no stack wipe. These guys are going to group together, and we're going to head up over this way, see if we can deal with some of this. These guys are sieging. They are managing to pull that off. Let's see what we can do with these forces. Can we give these guys the old runaround? If so, that would be amazing. Looks like they're chasing us. My concern is these guys cutting us off, but they're heading the wrong way. Well, these guys aren't. They might be able to cut us off, but it looks like they're giving up. In which case, we're going to move these guys down actually over to here. These guys are embarking, so it'll be a while before they are a threat. I like it. This is, of course, a defensive war here. Where's Rudbar? I know there's a province finder here. Find title. Rudbar. Oh, that's right here. Never mind. We don't care. It was right in front of me. But look at this. This is very foolish of them. They allowed us to pull them around exactly the way we wanted, and now our main force is moving in. We are currently above our vassal limit, which is a little odd, but sure. We'll deal with that after the war if we can. If there's an after the war. At the rate we've been going with this ruler, there is no after the war. That's a stack wipe. This will be another stack wipe. This is so huge. I can't believe they split up their forces like this. It's insane. This is going to be another stack wipe. We've taken this back, and we're going to take these guys up to take that barony. This is a really vulnerable force, but with all these stack wipes, doesn't matter. We're at 47% war score right now. Once we get this back, that'll be great. Ticking is on no one's side at the moment. We need to get both of these sieges done before that happens. But this is under control. This is completely and totally under control. No problems whatsoever at this time. And that is just wonderful. We just discovered ledgers, which means we can work on CB, which means we can go feudal in 4 years. Based on the rules that we set up for this playthrough, that's great. Okay, so this siege is done. Not one day too soon. 61% war score without any ticking. We're coming down over here because we want to intercept these forces. They only have 5,000 troops right now. Keep that in mind. Even if he intercepts this force, we are close enough with our main army. This will be fine. I don't expect that we're actually going to get a battle here, to be clear. I really, really don't expect that. He did just change his movement. Maybe we do. We do. We do get a battle here. Ridiculous. He shouldn't have changed his movement there, but we would have caught these guys anyway, it seems. I like it. So these guys will get stack wiped, and they stopped moving. Hilarious. So that'll be a stack wipe too. We're at 73% battle war score, minus 7% from this occupation. We'll get that back soon enough, and the moment we have that, we'll have ticking war score again. This will be another couple percent, most likely. There we go. Nice. So we need to come down over this way if we want to get aggressive in this war. I don't actually want to embark. I want to walk over on land. Because we don't have the cash. These guys can walk over here. They showed up from the north. I like it. And once we have ticking war score on our side, this war will be over very quickly indeed. We do have another domain limit that we can grab at this point. I'm very happy about that. That's, of course, our tech that we just got. We could try to revoke the title from this guy. 0% chance. We could try to revoke the title from this person. No, I don't want to grant. I want to revoke. 0% chance. Okay. Interesting. Well, we don't have a claim title interaction available, looks like. We'll deal with that after the war. We'll have this 7 war score back on our side. And now we have ticking. Excellent. These guys, they're going to head down over here. This war is officially over. They're just not ready to put an end to it just yet. Well, that's ominous. We had a bad omen. I mean, we're 67. We're going to die soon. Realistically, I'd like to die sooner rather than later. But it's okay, I guess. Like, this ruler has made a lot of enemies. There's no doubt about that. And he kind of had to hold everything together. But next ruler should have an easier time, in theory. We will have to hold everything together for a little while, but overall it should be fine. How are we doing on our succession anyway? This guy gets everything. Oh, hey! That's, interesting timing. We were murdered, but we don't care. This is good for us. Okay, so first things first, we're going to appoint a council. So this guy will be our chancellor, steward, marshal, and Spymaster. We don't care about skill so much right now as we do putting powerful vassals on the council. Okay, we need a lifestyle. We have a learning education, so we can do that, although I honestly feel like doing a wealth focus right now. That's what we'll do. We are above our vassal limit. We will need to deal with that. And can we take back any territory over here? I mean, this guy's got opinion of predecessor. Yeah, they hated our predecessor. There's no doubt about that. 0%. 0%. And 0%. Okay. I'm not shocked about that. We're slightly above our vassal limit. We are going to go ahead and host a feast. We want to increase vassal opinion if possible. And we're not surprised that there's factionalism against us. We'll need to wait for a month tick here for this to regen. There we go. Okay, so this is Tengri populists. Are we Old Tengri? We're Old Tengri. Glory to Tengri. Okay. So those guys go away. There is going to be another dangerous faction here, I think. None of those are currently dangerous. Okay, independence. That's not shocking. We just inherited. And we need to get rid of that opinion of predecessor malice. Okay. So what can we do about this guy? Well, we can probably actually do something. All of his children are married. That's unhelpful. That is deeply unhelpful. Let's just go through these for now and see if we can negotiate alliances with any of them. We may or may not be able to. Oh, maybe this one. Yes. Okay, so we'll get that guy in there. He's only 4%, but better than nothing. Okay. And we need to work up our prestige as well. So we should definitely call a hunt when we can. We're at an activity already, of course. Okay, we'll call that hunt. If we can get this guy out of the faction, that would be a big, big deal. What are our options here? Minimal, really. This guy has no children. Unhelpful. No children again. Wow. Okay. I mean, we could get this guy out of the faction. He's 13%, so that's not terrible, but those are betrothed. Finally. We can do something like that. That'll drop that a little bit. But they're really piling into this independence faction. So we're going to need to do something about it. That's for sure. We're going to group this together. 30 days on this siege. Okay. 6 months on this independence faction at this point. And there's also this faction. So between those two, there are some problems here. We knew this would happen when this guy inherited. We knew there would be issues. Let's just see how bad of issues they become. And we're hoping that this will end this war. That'd be amazing. Too weak to send an ultimatum. Okay, that's great. This is still a problem. It has all of our council members in the faction. They're all going for independence. 98%. Okay. So this war is essentially over at this point. We just need to wait for ticking war score. I honestly want to put these troops down, but they'll take 3 years to return home, and it's not worthwhile at this point. This is a different guy, isn't it? Leading this faction. They're only betrothed. It's awkward. Okay, so he is the wrong religion, obviously. He is upset about us, partially because of opinion of predecessor, short reign, tribal, hunchbacked, absolute tribal authority, sure. That's all well and good. They're at 200%. So what can we do about it? Well, first off, we need this war to end. That's step 1. Step 2 is to fix our vassal limit. So the war will end in plenty of time here. We're just waiting for that tick. There we go. So we're going to enforce those demands, disband our troops. Okay. We can hold a grand sacrifice. Gaining or losing popular opinion and character opinion depending on the tenets of your subject's faith. Losing piety since you're Tengrist. For 200 prestige? Do it. Okay. We'll see what that's like. So as far as this faction goes, like I said, we need to deal with our vassal limit. So, first things first. We've got some duchies that we can create. This one. We'll create that, and this will also bump up our prestige, or rather our fame. So that'll be great. We'll grant that off to this guy. And show only recent titles. All of them are recent. Okay. Sure. So we'll do that. Next up, we'll create this duchy. That will go to this guy. There we go. He'll gain a bunch of opinion, at least. We'll create the Duchy of Limboan. And that will go to this lady. Okay, that's a vassal transferal. I like it. So that brings us down to 3 direct vassals above our limit. We can then transfer this person. There we go, bringing us down to 2 direct vassals above our limit. And then we can create the Duchy of Lesser Poland, which we shall do, and grant that off to this guy, who is not in our realm. Okay, instead we'll grant it to, say, this guy. And 2 vassals go with. I love it. We're going to send him a gift as well, and then demand his conversion. Only a 22% chance, but we'll give that a go. So there's that dealt with. That will boost up our strength a little bit, and 1 direct vassal above. But we can do this. As soon as we can, anyway. There we go. Yeah, he doesn't want to convert. I'm not surprised. Okay. So there's that problem solved. Let's check our titles. That all looks reasonably correct. Okay. Let's come on in over here and see what we can do about these guys. So, Liege holds de jure duchy, blah, 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 blah. Yup. Now we can claim this guy's title. And we're going to do that. There we go. And then we can revoke his title, but there's a 0% chance, and all of these people will rebel if he goes. So, to that end, we will start working on swaying him. And that will be fine. Okay. Now we can adopt feudal ways. Now is a terrible time to do that. We need to get this guy out of the faction. Unfortunately, I don't see a good way to do that. Or do I? Would a cousin work? I don't think so. Okay, so first off, we're going to need some concubines. I should have checked ages. That's not helpful. Oh boy. So, we do have a daughter here. In fact, we have 2 daughters and a son. Our son is 12. We are not going to honor this betrothal. I can tell you that right now. We're going to hope she dies before this becomes a problem. But this will give us an alliance with this guy and reset this faction. Okay. We're being raided. Yeah, that's not shocking. Okay. Faction reset. And it will continue to grow. The Northmen are attacking again. Well, we know what we need. And where are they actually attacking at? What's their goal? Up here this time? Okay. We'll just give them a bit. We'll let them walk in. I'm not too concerned about it at this moment. We need to continue to grow our soldier count. Currently, we don't have a dangerous faction, but that, I think, will change. Yeah. That independence faction will continue to grow. However, some of these people will start to... Yeah, opinion of predecessor malice has dropped markedly since we took over, actually. So that's great. This is actually not an issue yet. Now it's an issue. Okay. Banish these invaders, as we've always done. This guy escaped. Okay. It's unfortunate. We'll just let this proceed for now. Currently, it's just that independence faction. Okay. So let's go through these, and we're going to find out if we can negotiate an alliance with any of these. I doubt that we can, but there's a possibility. What was in here? Alpha concubine. Okay, not helpful. Festival forced to cancel. Okay. So these guys have arrived over here. Let's go ahead and raise up our men-at-arms, as well as our levy troops here. We'll need roughly 10,000 troops total. So this will be fine. We'll just raise for a moment here. And we'll need to deal with this in 5 months, but that is fine. We'll deal with the Northerners first, and then we'll deal with that faction. We do have 2 daughters still. In fact, we should wait until it's 1 month away before we deal with it. Okay. So we're just raising a few troops up here. We don't need too many more than this. In fact, this should be plenty. And we're just waiting on our men-at-arms now. 26 days until they all arrive. So we'll be fine. 4 months on this independence faction. This one's also going again, which I was hoping to prevent. Can we negotiate with any of these? It's a possibility. Wait. Defensive negotiation. Okay. Fair enough. He will not accept because he's a claimant. Fair enough. And this guy won't accept because he's a claimant too. Well, we'll deal with those soon enough. We need to deal with the Northmen first. And in we go. We'll catch them. No problem. So these guys are the larger threat. I wouldn't necessarily mind letting these guys fire and deal with them. These guys we can't let fire, I don't think. So let's see here. He does have this son. Unfortunately, the son is already betrothed. So that's not particularly helpful. Not exactly sure what we can do about this guy. But we'll get that done soon enough. These guys are going to wrap up that war against the Northerners, and they're going to walk up over this way. Finish that off. 2 months until these fire, but that is fine. It is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we'll deal with these guys. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time. That should be the war against the Northmen done. Indeed. Excellent.